So today is day 3 and my plan is to run 2 miles. I'm going to be going down a farm road instead of my driveway. So we're stretching it out. It's a bit chilly today. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Can you believe it? Happy May, everybody. All right, let's go. Nothing like running by a cow farm to get your lungs pumping, huh? So today was the first day that I felt really excited about getting up and doing this. My body was excited, mind was excited, I was emotionally pumped. It feels pretty good. So yesterday we talked about ways that workplaces may not be very affirming or welcoming for trans people. I thought today we might talk a little bit about microaggressions. Microaggressions are those ways that we consciously or unconsciously communicate to people that they are not as valuable or welcomed. Some examples: when a person of color approaches you and you grab your wallet or your cell phone or your purse, consciously or unconsciously, what are you communicating to that person? Communicating you don't trust them, communicating they might be dangerous. And even if you're not consciously thinking about it, you just do it. It's a microaggression. Or if you ask somebody of Asian descent, where are you from? And they say, oh, I'm from Texas. And you say, oh no, where are you really from? Oh, what does that imply? It implies you're not from here. You don't belong here. I'll tell you what, in all of my 35 years, anytime somebody has asked me where I'm from, and I say Texas, it's the end. It's a microaggression. This big-ass tractor is chasing me down. So what do microaggressions look like against trans people? If you ask somebody what their name is, you say, yeah, but what's your real name? What does that imply? Or you tell them that they're very talented or articulate or qualified for a trans person. Or if you tell a trans person, oh, I couldn't even tell you were trans. You might be thinking, isn't that a compliment, Milo? Well, imagine what it sounds like or what it implies. That there's a certain way to look to be identifiable as a trans person, or that it's not good to be trans and you've done a good job by passing as someone who's not trans. What does that even mean? This happens a lot, especially for trans people of color and trans people with disabilities, where someone will say, you know, they're brilliant, but they're really hard to work with. They're really aggressive, really loud, not a team player. Well, a lot of that has to do with some internalized racism and ableism that's intersecting with the trans identity, making it even worse. Because I guarantee you, the black trans woman who you are describing to be assertive or aggressive or hostile or loud or not a team player, her very same attributes in a white trans person or non-trans person would be laudable, esteemable, and gosh darn it, you'd want to get behind them as the leader of your cause. Most of us don't know that we're committing microaggressions until it's brought to our attention. And when someone tells us we are, our first instinct is to get defensive. I had good intentions, I meant well, but you still caused harm. And you gotta take responsibility for that. You gotta own it and be accountable. That's what allyship is all about.
10 minutes, 47 seconds per mile.
Just finished my mile, let's go back. So the next time somebody tells you that something you said was offensive or a microaggression, hear what they have to say, own your part of it, apologize, commit to learning more and doing better, and move on. Worst thing we can do when somebody comes to us to tell us that we've hurt them, to tell them that they're wrong, that they don't understand. They're the ones who are too sensitive. They're the ones who are at fault because they're hurt. You have 2 kids playing in a playground at recess. one of them accidentally pushes the other one down and hurts them. That's the first thing we tell that kid to do. You go and you apologize. You don't point at the kid on the ground and say it's your own fault for falling. You hurt someone, you apologize. So the question for today, what are some microaggressions you've heard? Why were they harmful? And what do you think you could do the next time you hear it happen to interrupt it? And to invite people in so we can all do better together. It's 2 miles in 11 minutes and 3 seconds-ish each. If you haven't yet, feel free to join this mission that I'm on to run about 1,300 miles between now and November to raise money for trans people in crisis and trans people doing groundbreaking work. You could do that by pledging a certain amount of money for each mile that I run. By going to the link below, you can also donate directly to the 2 organizations where all this money is going anyway. It's the Marsha P. Johnson Institute and the Trans Justice Funding Project. Both of them are really amazing organizations. I'm proud to be supporting them and supporting all the people that they support. And I thank you. All right, see you tomorrow.